when we moved in, we started thinking about the idea of creating the studio. And so I remembered, okay, on the website, we actually saw the floor plan. So I pulled the floor plan from the listing, blew it up. We were using Freeform as kind of like our starting point. We looked at the space and we were like, how can we optimize this, this sort of section, right? We knew it was probably going to be in the living room area. We started looking at it and we were like, okay, we need to basically have a sort of control over the sound and sort of the look, right? The Nook stood out and we were like, damn, I think we're going to have to basically fill this thing up. At first we thought, okay, let's just dismantle this desk. And we kind of used the desk legs as sort of brackets and we hung a sheet over. And you can actually see that in the pitch video. But it did nothing for sound. And so we thought, okay, we're going to have to get sort of creative. And that's when we kind of came up with the sort of panels, sort of acoustic panels idea.
And so with that, we thought that we want these panels to be able to disassemble quite easily, but have a fixed look to them. And then, we also thought that all right, 3 panels made of plywood would be the easiest and most cost-effective way, and we can make it aesthetically pleasing all at once.
So I am a total freak when it comes to wire management, and I knew that we were going to do multicam. At first, I was kind of like, all right, should be a no-brainer. But as we kind of, got further into this and it got more technical, we realized just how many wires we were actually dealing with.
So we measured out the window seat height and width and did some quick math with the total height 75.5 inches and the width being 93.5. We figured we could use 3 4x8 plywood boards at approximately 31 inches wide with that height of 75.5 inches to fill our Nook space. We thought that each board would probably need about 15 to 18 12 by 12 inch panels to cover them. To keep costs down, we would use Super 77 adhesive spray to secure the foam panels onto the plywood. After watching several podcasts, we quickly realized what we were missing, and in order to fix that, we rearranged the couches to best fit the use case for our studio. Noticing that the coffee table was going to be in the shop for the podcast, the coffee table looked pretty worn, and so with that, I decided to go grab some new stain and paint the stain onto this freshly sanded down tabletop.
So the next portion was figuring out our lighting situation. As we got more into it, it kept getting more technical, and honestly, the learning curve was pretty high, but we figured it out.
Corey was able to source a Boulder CL60 video lighting with a softbox for us, and I was able to find a ceiling mount for key lighting.
I will say one thing. Making a podcast seems really easy on YouTube.